All right. Hello, Mark. Welcome to Drunk Comics.
Hello, Kelly. It's great to see you.
Great to see you too. Would you like to tell me a little about yourself?
Oh, why not? I'm a lifelong comic book fan. I've been a comic book fan since I learned how to read from comic books. I learned
Nice.
how to read from, I believe it's Batman comics, I think. So yeah, that's how I learned to read was through Batman comics. And since I'm relatively older, I remember watching Batman on TV, like the Batman 66, that sort of thing.
All right. And what comic are we talking about today?
We are talking about my all-time favorite, one of the greatest comic books, in my opinion, ever produced, Kingdom Come. Yes, the seminal work by Alex Ross and Mark Waid.
And I feel like if we do any more Mark Wade centered episodes, that he's gonna have to like start paying us royalties,
Well,
or just come on as a guest. Can you imagine? I would probably be dead from shock.
I have met him. He's actually a really nice guy. That's
But
okay.
cheers.
Chink. That's the first drink we've shared, not the last. So I talk about this.
Yes. Okay. So give me the rundown of the comic for anyone who may have been living under a rock and hasn't read it.
Okay, well, the comic came out in 1996.
Like,
I was in
gosh.
college at the time, and I like camped out at my local comic book store waiting breathlessly for the next issue because it was so incredibly awesome. We use a different cover for this one.
So go into the story. Give me a rundown of the
Oh,
story.
this is actually book one of four. It was a four issue miniseries that Alex Ross put out in 1996. It was an Elseworlds, so it was outside of the mainstream DC continuity at the time, but it was based in the future, and it was like all the kids and the proteges and the grandkids of all the heroes that we know, like all the JSA, the Justice Society, all the Justice League, Teen Titans, all that, all their kids and their proteges and things of that nature. And it was actually kind of dark.
Yeah, very dark.
Yeah. I mean, it started off cool because it was like there's this preacher dude who's talking with the original Sandman, Wesley Dodds, and they're all getting into stuff and talking and all this stuff, and then the Spectre comes in, and the Spectre's like, "Ooh, I'm the Spectre, and I'm here to judge people, but I need a human anchor because I don't have a human anchor anymore. So Wesley Dodds, you're my human anchor now." And this preacher dude's like, "Excuse me," because he didn't know what the hell was going on. So they do this thing and they go about and Superman and Batman and Wonder Woman and all of the Justice League have been gone for like 20 years or so. And all their kids are like running rampant and they have no adult supervision whatsoever. So all the kids of
Good
the yeah, all the kids of the villains, all the kids of the heroes are running rampant and clashing and whatever. So and so it's like this big huge deal. And then at the very end of book one, then there's this huge cataclysmic event, and Wonder Woman convinces Superman, "Hey, I know you've been in seclusion for like 20 years because of some huge traumatic event, but you need to come back because all these younger superheroes are running rampant and they need guidance." So she convinces Superman to come back, and at the very end of I think it's like book one, Superman reappears, and everybody's like, "Oh, it's Superman! Oh shit!" Because I mean, come on, it's Superman. If Superman says, "Hey, you need to go over here and do this," what are you gonna say? You're gonna be like, yes, sir, I'll go over there and do that.
Kind of
But
like the Justice League Unlimited episode where the villains are planning to storm the Watchtower, and they're like, "What do you do if Superman comes in?" They're like, "Well, first I'm going to change my shorts."
if you have the powers of a god, I mean, come on.
Yeah, what the fuck else are you going to do? What, sir? Yes, sir.
Superman's like a god. Wonder Woman's like a god. Green Lantern has a ring that lets him do whatever he fucking wants. I mean, come on. Yeah. So I mean, and then of course you've got, her.
Hmm?
One of my favorites. Just saying.
Oh, I love Supergirl. Also, I love that particular outfit.
The title of this is Drunk Comics, and guess what? I'm a little drunk. Maybe more than a little drunk.
Then you took your homework seriously. So good for you.
I started drinking like an hour or two before the show started. What are you talking about?
Hell yes. You did the damn thing.
And my wife supported me and made me these blue margaritas. Go her. She makes
What
everything. What can I say?
what
She makes my
makes the
outfit. She makes my
margarita
drink.
blue?
Anything, anything that is blue is good. Trust me on this.
Accurate, but what makes the margarita blue?
Tequila. Oh,
Tequila's really blue.
no, not blue. Sorry. Like I said, I'm a little drunk. It's the stuff that we found. I found it a long time ago. It's called blue curacao or
Oh, we're like hurting half.
four. Haha! I have all four of them.
All
And
right.
these aren't even the special copies.
All right, let's talk about Superman's traumatic event. Why was Superman so scary?
Well, Superman was so scary was because the Joker decided to leave Gotham City and move to Metropolis, and he set off a gas bomb at the Daily Planet that killed everybody, including Lois Lane. So that pissed Superman off.
Mm-hmm.
But he did, of course, he was the big blue Boy Scout, and he's like, I'm going to take the Joker to justice. I'm going to, he needs his day in court, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, he takes the Joker to justice, to court. And then this new hero, whom I really don't like, named Magog, shows up and kills the Joker. He's like, blam! And kills the Joker. He's coming out of court. And Superman's like, ha ha, fuck you, I'm out. And Superman, bails. And he's like,
Da,
gone.
da, da, da.
Yeah. He's like, da, 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 da. And he like bails for like 20 years.
Bye.
And Superman's like, deuces, I'm out. You don't want to do things the way I think things should be done? I'm out. So yeah, Superman disappears for like 20 years. So like, there's no leadership because everybody in the Silver Age looked to Superman for leadership. Yeah, I mean, like, Batman, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, Green Lantern, Green Arrow. They all look to Superman, to set the tone.
But why couldn't Batman and Wonder Woman lead? That's kind of my question.
Wonder Woman could have led, but she's just a little on the violent side.
A little
Because
bit.
she's got the whole Greek god thing going on.
That's true.
I love
I mean,
Wonder Woman. I love Wonder Woman. I love the Greek gods. I'm all about it. Trust me. I have been since I was like, 8.
of Wonder Woman being violent kind of makes me think of her alternate armor in Kingdom Come.
Oh, the
The
yeah.
golden
We need to insert
violent chicken armor.
some pictures and shit.
Yes, we do. But yeah, I remember a friend who cosplayed that armor describing it as the violent chicken armor.
There's a
It's gorgeous, but
oh yeah. There's actually
Super extra.
Whatever. There's a trivia. She's supposed to dawn for at least a little bit in the Wonder Woman sequel movie.
I would
And
love to see that.
seeing Gal Gadot in the Wonder Woman Golden Eagle armor. I mean, come on.
So go on, keep telling me about the story.
Okay. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. There's all these kids running around, and Superman and the Justice League show up, and they're like, "Yo, y'all need to calm your shit down." And most of them are like, "Oh shit, it's Superman." Yeah, we will. Some of them don't, so they have to be put into this like detention center that Superman and the rest of the Justice League come up with. They call it the Super Gulag. Why they call it a gulag is totally beyond me, but they call it a gulag. So they do this thing, and Superman gets like probably at least 75% of the active superheroes that are activating now, plus the ones that have been around for a while. Like all the Teen Titans show up, the everybody left from the Justice League, the Justice Society, all those sort of people. They all rallied Superman's banner. But like all the grandsons and stuff, some of them are like, I'm not so sure. And some of the people from like other countries and shit, they're like, yeah, maybe not. So there's like this huge super gulag thing where they put all the people who won't, say, yeah, Superman, you're cool, you're doing the right thing, we'll do what you say.
Over the top, maybe.
Yeah. Because I mean, you've got all these kids and grandkids of all the original superheroes and supervillains. And at this point in time, on this Earth, because they have said, DC has said, this is a different Earth. This is not the normal Earth. This is a different Earth.
Elseworld.
Yeah, because it's an Elseworlds. Yeah, because it says right in the very. Let me try to get it up there. So yeah, they get about halfway through, and Superman and the Justice League, with some addition of the Teen Titans, who were starting to hit middle age about then. They all decide, hey,
The
we
middle-aged Titans does not have the same ring to it.
if I could find a picture of them, I would show you because it's literally all the original Titans. It's like Robin and Wonder Girl and Speed are all like middle age
I love
because
it.
they're not super duper like the original guys.
Right.
But yeah, they all flock to Superman's banner because that's what they were raised with. I
That's
mean,
fair.
why wouldn't you? If I was Robin and Superman said, "Hey, you need to do this," I'd be like, "Sir, yes, sir." Because it's Superman. Come on. I mean, hell. I mean, I'm 50 years old right now, and if Superman showed up and said, "I need you to do this," I'd be like, "I'm on it."
We
What's
might be
that?
part of the problem in this story.
um, but yeah, so they do this thing where they start in North America, and then they like go around the world. They just like go to each area of the world. And, like Superman stands there with his, telescopic vision, and they just like go to each area of the world and make sure that everybody's, toeing the party line.
You know.
Yeah, and everybody that's not toeing the party line, guess what? They go to the gulag.
Imagine that.
Yeah, I know, right? Because if
Curse you
Superman,
and your sudden but inevitable betrayal.
yeah, nice.
Thank you.
So, if Superman and Wonder Woman show up, be like, "You need to do this," you'd be like, okay. But there are some people that want to be like, "Brr."
And
So
then
yeah,
Superman just picks him up and is like, boom.
you're going to the gulag. Have a nice day. But the one thing they don't count on is guess who? Batman.
They formed the Justice League with the guy. They knew the guy. Why wouldn't you fucking count on Batman? And no, because he's Batman.
You know, like they say, when you're the smartest guy in the room, you know, because, you know, when you're hanging out with Batman, guess what? He's the smartest guy in the room.
Yeah.
And, oh, excuse me.
Got a refill.
A little bit. Say, my wife made these drinks. I have to drink them.
But yeah,
And they're blue, so you know they're good. Anything
yeah.
blue is good. It's always been my philosophy. Anything blue is good. It's been my lifelong philosophy. Ever since I was like, 18. If it's blue, it's good.
And it matches the coloring of your glass. It matches Supergirl's shirt. So
But this picture, because there's a scene in Kingdom Come where Lex Luthor, excuse me, Lex Luthor and all the villains are getting together, like Lex Luthor and Catwoman and Riddler and Talia al Ghul and all of the really big villains from the DC universe to get together because they're like, look, all these superheroes are running amok, and there's nothing we can do, and how are we going to run our business? And Lex is like, I have, because somebody looks at Lex and he goes, now that Superman's back, what are you going to do about Superman? You know, Superman's going to come after you because you're Lex Luthor. And you and Superman have always had beef. And Lex almost has like an aneurysm. He's like, I will not, Superman will not, blah, blah, blah. And he just like, he can't even talk. He's so upset.
yeah, because he
But,
kind of
yeah, because you know, you know Lex. Yeah. He says, I have the most marvelous Superman plan ever devised.
is, of course.
Yeah. So, but Lex somehow is able to find Billy Batson, who we all know is Captain Marvel, aka Shazam. So there's a scene where Lex sets Billy loose, go fight Shazam, Superman. So this is the scene right here. Hopefully, this makes sense. You can see it. You can see them fighting.
Because who better to fight Superman than someone who's so Superman-like that DC Comics sued to get ownership of
Boom. Yes. That's the only reason why DC sued them is because Captain
him?
Marvel Captain Marvel was actually more successful than Superman at one point. And DC
Mm,
sued saying, "Hey, your boy is just like our boy. So that's copyright infringement." But Fawcett
which is
Public
bullshit,
Yeah.
but
Fawcett Comics didn't have as much money as DC Comics did, so they weren't able to hire as high-powered lawyers as DC Comics was.
very sad.
Yeah, it is what it is. But yeah. I was gonna wear a Shazam shirt, but I changed earlier and forgot to change back. Sorry. But
Hey,
Shazam,
you can
yeah,
wear it next time you are a guest.
yeah.
I
Oh,
assume you're gonna come back.
well, I have to come back because who else is going to talk about the origin of Shazam, aka Captain Marvel?
Exactly.
You know, I am.
You
Captain
better.
Marvel. Yeah, Captain Marvel's my boy.
Marvel deserves his due.
Yeah,
I love Carol Danvers, but Captain Marvel, aka Billy Batson, deserves his due. Cheers to that.
damn straight. He was the original.
Oh yeah,
Cap's my
that's
boy. Hell, me as Captain Marvel is my Facebook profile picture. thanks to the awesomeness that is Mark Shaper. Well, Kingdom Come is actually written by a guy named Mark Wade, and it's actually kind of based on the Book of Revelations from the Bible.
which is really interesting.
Yeah, yeah. So, I hate to give everything away to people who haven't read it. But if you haven't read it, shame on you. Well, this is the cover of book 4 right here.
Hmm.
See it?
Yeah. And I suppose Kingdom Come makes, perfect sense because that's totally out of Revelations.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So, um, so it basically comes down to this big, huge fight because all the people that they shoved in the gulag finally have this big, huge thing. So they all have to come down, led by Wonder Woman, and she's not a happy camper. Just saying.
Yeah.
Um, so they get into this big, huge thing. And then the UN is like, you know what? We're tired of all this bullshit. We're gonna nuke all the superheroes because they're in one spot. Oh yeah,
They're like,
this
okay, too much drama.
oh yeah, lots of drama. But this, let me find it. Where is it? Uh, the picture that I showed you earlier, this picture right here,
Mm.
that's taking place during the fight. All the superheroes, like in the entire world, are all like congregating in this one spot, and they're like, "We're gonna have this out once and for all." Blah 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 blah. And that's when the UN's like, "Guess what? We're gonna nuke all you fuckers." So, um, at the in between the fight, all the rest of them are like, "Blah blah blah," but Superman and Shazam are like, they're like, "Hey, look, something's happening. There's this bomb coming down." So Shazam actually sacrifices himself
Oh,
to stop this bomb from killing all the superhumans.
poor Billy Batson.
I know, right?
He's all grown.
Yeah, but he wasn't totally himself because he'd been brainwashed by Lex Luthor. But
Also, again, poor Billy Batson.
yeah, and it was also Mr. Mind. If you're a fan of Shazam, you know who Mr. Mind is. So yeah, but it's him and Lex Luthor. So this happens at the very end, and then all the superhero people that are left after the end of the nuke, because a nuke is not going to take out all the superhumans. Come on, come on.
Obviously.
Yeah, exactly. So they make a deal with the UN, and at the end of it, they're all like, okay, whatever, and they're all represented by Alan Scott, the original Green Lantern, because he's just awesome.
Hmm.
If- That's another one of my dream cosplays is Alan Scott. Can you imagine me as Alan Scott? Come on. I mean, that'd be awesome.
Like Alan Scott. Oh,
I know, right? So yeah. So yeah. So yeah, that's and then they all work it out and there's like that's rather have the happy ending. A lot of superheroes are killed off, which is a bummer. Shazam is killed off, which is, major bummer for me. Yeah. But it's a great, great thing.
so basically, it ends happily. And oh, what did Batman do? You should probably expand on that.
Oh, yeah, I totally
Besides
didn't
fuck their shit
say
up.
anything about Batman. Batman is awesome. He's one of the best characters in the whole movie, book. Batman is a really great supporting character in this book, whatever. Um,
Story.
yeah. Um, you really just got to read it to get the whole thing. to get the whole
Yes.
picture of Batman. But yeah, there's several great scenes that have Batman in it that are my all-time favorites in this whole book. Because there's a point where Superman decides he doesn't want to be called Clark anymore. He just wants to be called Kal-El. And Batman just keeps calling him Clark, no matter what. He's like, whatever, Clark.
Because he knows what's needed. And
Yeah,
what's needed
exactly.
Superman,
Yeah,
Superman of Clark.
yeah, yeah. Superman's like, that's not my name. And he's like, whatever, Clark.
Ah,
Oh, yeah.
names are powerful. They
Oh,
remind you
yeah,
where you
yeah. And
come
he
from.
does that throughout the entire run of the book. He's just always there to, like, bring Superman up. Like, Superman's like, da 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 da. He's like, yeah, whatever, Clark. Calm down. He's like, I'm not Clark. Yeah, sure, whatever, Clark. Yeah.
Never mind that if anyone called him Bruce while he was dressed as Batman, he would be pissed.
Oh yeah, he would lose his shit. He's like, Bruce Wayne is my secret identity. I am Batman. Batman is my real identity. Bruce Wayne, he's just a facade. But I am Batman.
Because
I mean,
Superman, Clark Kent is not just the identity; it's part of who he is.
yeah, because the person who is your best friend, I mean your true and honest best friend, the only person who can call you out for all your bullshit and you'll take it, that's what Bruce Wayne is to Superman. So, yeah. There's a great scene between Bruce Wayne and Clark Kent that are great. There's also a great scene between Bruce Wayne and Lex Luthor at the very end of the book. That is phenomenal. And anybody who was read it and knew what they were talking about would see it and they would love it. Yes, I
Which
would definitely say
obviously the aim of these videos is hopefully to get people to read the
read
book.
the damn book.
Moral of the story.
Yeah. Oh
Hopefully
yeah.
we've entertained you, but hopefully you also pick up the book because the book will be
Oh
even
yeah.
more
It's
than our drunk asses poorly explaining it.